everyone, and welcome to another episode of Ask the Doc. I am your host, Jennifer Filzen, and today I have with me Sara Spowart of Happiness School, LLC. Okay, who doesn't want to get a little happy? Hello, Sara. Welcome.
Hello, Jennifer.
I am so happy that you're here. So tell me a little bit about your business and what it is that you're doing to make the world happier.
Yeah, absolutely. It's funny, I see you're in Monterey. I'm actually from Monterey, California, and that's kind of where all this started. But
Nice.
essentially, yeah, I'm finishing my second doctorate actually, and I'm making a happiness program. And the main thing that I've been seeing with clients of any type of situation, no matter how good things might seem on the outside or challenging, is people needing to learn the skills on how to be happier. And I believe that happiness and well being can be learned, and that there are tools that we can teach people to empower themselves even when they're young. So, the premise of the Happiness School is to empower people to learn the tools so that they will be happier and they can improve their lives however much they're able to.
Amazing. Okay. So, several questions. How did you get from Monterey to Florida, where you're at now? You're in St. Petersburg, right?
Yeah, yeah. So I grew up in Monterey. Funnily enough, I did some work in other countries. I worked in East and West Africa, India. I've been all around doing public health projects. And I really thought that would be more my focus. But I really found everywhere I went, there was a lot of issues with depression and unhappiness. And no matter what someone's situation was. So I found that I really fell in love with that. And with my PhD, I got a full scholarship to go to University of South Florida in 2010. So that brought me out here
Awesome.
to Florida.
That is so cool. And I also love the fact that you have been addressing mental health through therapy and you've been doing humanitarian initiatives through projects in Mali and Gambia, Tanzania, Afghanistan. That's really cool stuff. How did you well, actually, not how, but what have you noticed between all of the different countries? And like, there's so many different cultures, so many different governments, so many different issues, so many different levels of status and prosperity. Have you noticed that there's like a common denominator with all of the groups, or do you see drastic differences?
Yeah, so I would say that the biggest thing that I see is happiness is to some extent relative, and a lot of it is based off of the ideas that we have. I'll never forget doing a focus group in Mali in 2009, and it ended up being a happiness focus group, not on purpose. It was supposed to be about nutrition, but people started telling me that the ones that are happy are the ones that eat meat every day, eat 3 times a day, have vegetables and rice 3 times a day. And they were really talking about the struggles with depression. And I kept coming across this over and over. And just the idea of the relativity of happiness. Because I remember thinking, well, I know a lot of people that eat 3 meals a day and can eat meat every day if they want, and they're not that happy. So, or they don't seem that happy. And so, what I learned is that a lot of it's relative. And something that I see with clients a lot is they'll be very unhappy with their lives. They're very upset with themselves. They're just they're depressed. And a lot of it is the judgment they have on who they're supposed to be, where they're supposed to be. And when we dig into it, where they get these ideas, sometimes they don't even know. They just picked them up from culture, social media. And so, what I find to be so essential with happiness is really figuring out an authentic path for yourself and living a life that is most authentic to you.
I love that. And as you were describing it, I saw a video and I could relate to it of how it doesn't matter if we were an extra small or if we were large or if we were tall or short or wherever we are within our growth and development as human beings, we women are often taught to dislike our bodies. And it's like, why am I doing that? You're right. It is a lot of pressure in society and culture and so everything is relative. Yeah, believe me, I never met a piece of meat I didn't eat on my plate because it was there. And how lucky am I, right? So it is relative. So I know that we have to wrap things up. How do people get a hold of you, Sarah? And how do they
Mhm.
join the happiness school?
Yeah, absolutely. So right now, the best way to get a hold of me is www.drsaraspowart.com. Also at my email, sarah.spowart@gmail.com. But the website's probably the fastest way to get a hold of me.
Excellent. Excellent. I love that. And one last bit. If someone's not feeling happy, is there a quick thing that they can do to feel better?
Absolutely. I would say do one nice thing for yourself. So take a step out and do, sometimes, though, also doing one nice thing for somebody else can make a big difference. So I see if someone's feeling really upset about their financial situation. If you donate $1 to something, you can feel a little better because it sort of shifts the mindset. So do one nice thing for yourself or one nice thing for somebody else.
Outstanding. Paying it forward. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Spowert. This is amazing. And everybody, thank you so much for joining us today on Ask the Doc. I hope you enjoyed hearing what Dr. Sara Spowert said about being happy and the tips that she provided. If you want to learn more, please go to Buzz TV at iwantabuzz.com. And until next time, see you later. Bye.